Rookie Jaden Daniels is looking for his second playoff win already in his short career in the NFL with the Commanders. Peter, you've said it. The fact that this Commanders team has already gone on the road and won one, now they got to go to Detroit. They don't know what's up, what's down. They just go in and beat teams. Peter, what would a win in Detroit mean for the Washington Commanders?
Look, Jaden Daniels has now 6 wins this season, including a playoff game where his team wins in the final seconds or in overtime in a walk-off, and I don't think they're scared at all to go into Detroit. I'm going to flip this on its head, though, because Washington's an amazing Cinderella feel-good story, and we could all rally around what Jaden's doing in his rookie year. If Detroit were to lose in a divisional round, I am of good knowledge that Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson are likely gone. Those guys are both taking jobs as head coaches, and just so quickly how this thing can be like, wait a second, we never got to a Super Bowl? We had it. These guys all came back. We retained everybody last year. We had this Sonic and Knuckles thing. Like, I think it would be one of the ultimate disappointments in football in recent memory if the one-seeded Lions, who had that huge win against the Vikings to ensure that they were in home field, guys, and then get an upset team in here and not the division-winning Buccaneers, for them to lose. I think Glenn's gone. I would think the Saints or the Jets is the next destination unless Dallas shakes that tree. And I also think Ben Johnson is gone. I think Ben Johnson's headed to either Vegas or Chicago and is going to be a head coach. And you have that brain drain, all of a sudden that window, which seems forever and everything's great. Well, if those two guys are gone, are the Lions even the same team next year? I think a loss to the Washington Commanders would be massive, and it might be catastrophic for the Lions because it would mean that this amazing 2-year, 3-year run that they've had, it might be winding down if those two guys leave the building.
What do you think, Max?
Yeah, I agree. I think you have some great points there. You see how Detroit's been playing as of, recent. Everyone talked about, all these injuries, and I think they had 16 guys on IR.
Yeah,
their whole
all IR
defense.
team.
Yeah, literally all IR team. We were similar with the Raiders this year, but there was a major difference. They won 15 games and are number 1 seed. So that's a credit to the culture they built, the players that they have, and the coaches that they have. So it starts from top to bottom, and I think they've done an incredible job. So, like you said, you've seen what Jaden Daniels has done all year. This Washington, story has been crazy how fast they've turned it around. I think it would be catastrophic for the Lions in a few ways because there are going to be changes. I think everyone kind of knows that.
Yeah.
But don't sleep on Jaden Daniels. That kid is so calm under pressure. People were talking about him coming to us last year. I wouldn't have been mad about that. Wouldn't have been mad at all. Yep. But he's cool and collected, and he's so talented. And if you're going to man up against Washington with that type of speed and talent out there, and a quarterback like Jaden Daniels, who the Lions have struggled against dual threat guys, I think he can really go in there and shock the world. I'm not going to say, that's not my prediction, but I think it could possibly happen. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either because of what Jaden Daniels has shown, especially some of his heroic last-minute efforts to win games. But it's going to be a bad deal for the Detroit Lions, and it takes them back to last year in the NFC Championship, losing to the San Francisco 49ers. They had that 17-point lead, and it was heartbreaking because everybody felt deflated. I felt bad. I felt bad for Eminem, too, seeing him watch his team go down like that. And since then, they've gone 15-2. They've just gone on this tear, and they've gone, you know what? We'll never let this happen to us again the way it happened in losing this game, being up. So it would be hard to see them give up at this point in the divisional round against a Jaden Daniels. But what we've seen, though, from the young guy and what you talked about, Max, which is very scary, there's no, remember when Caleb Williams during Hard Knocks, I don't get nervous, I don't get scared, didn't turn out that way. But for Jaden Daniels, when you just see him so calm, no matter what the situation is, let's go 4th and 4, 4th and 2. Let's go, we didn't convert, let's come back to it. He has the same expression. Just go back and study his expression. Don't even watch tape. Just watch his face. It's the same every time. He's either smiling or he's just like, yeah, I'm cool. We got it. We good.
Max, do you think the Lions, they have to actively work to keep this noise outside of their building right now? Because it feels like the way this conversation is going, the pressure's mounting on the Lions catching lightning in a bottle right now with the personnel and the coaches that they have. If you were in that Lions locker room, how would you handle a rookie quarterback coming in, one that just went on the road, didn't turn the ball over, didn't punt offensively? What would you be talking about if you were on this Lions defense?
Yeah, this defense is, obviously decimated with some injuries, but getting guys like Anzalone back has been incredible. You've seen what he did last week. He's flying around making plays.
Yep.
And Amik Robertson stepping up. One of my good friends, a great teammate. He goes toe-to-toe with Justin Jefferson and makes plays.
Yep.
That's really what it comes down to. It's really the turnover battle. If they can get a turnover or two against the Commanders,
yeah,
I could see the Lions going and rolling. But if the Commanders can take care of the ball, especially with a rookie quarterback, that would be impressive. But I wouldn't be surprised. So it's gonna be quite the challenge. But when you have a quarterback that can do that much on the field, it's every single play you got to be on point for sure.
My memories of that Niners loss that Akbar referenced was afterwards. Dan Campbell was just heartbroken. He just said, listen, I told the guys it's hard to get here. We may not get back here. It's that difficult year after year. And maybe he's right. And maybe when he said he'll see Kevin O'Connell in a couple weeks, maybe he's right too. Maybe he'll see him in Tulum if they lose this weekend. But listen, the story of this game, if they lose, should be and hopefully will be, it's about Jaden Daniels. It's stratosphere stuff now. Now you're winning 2 road playoff games as a rookie. That's not done. It's not something that happens. It's not even a Mahomes thing. It's not even a C.J. Stroud thing. We're way past that. This is making history. This is going to be like, I'm ready to be next as the face of the NFL, never mind the face of the Commanders. If he wins this game and those 2 road playoff wins and beats the 1 seed, he's on the $1 bill. It's just, you cannot stress how big and how huge this would be for him if he plays well. It's not supposed to happen, guys. It should not. I'm not saying it will not, but it absolutely should not. By every metric we measure the game and study the history, he should not win this game. If he does, stratosphere stuff. It's Jaden Daniels and the NFL. That's it.